Oh, he might be able to tell you about the entire Newfoundland regiment that was wiped out at the village of Beaumont Hamel, the first battle of the Somme. 750 men. Only 40 knocked dead or wounded. He might be able to tell you that. But could he tell you what it was like that day, that Saturday? How the sun rose on a beautiful summer's day, just a bit of mist on the valley floor, patches of scarlet poppies, and the green fields of Picardy. Could he tell you that? How one regiment after the other was wiped out. The Royal Dublin Fusiliers, the Border Regiment, the Essex, and then it came the Newfoundlanders' turn. Colonel Howard walked 20 yards ahead, gave the signal, the captain blew the whistle, and those men walked forward, straight into enemy fire, into certain death, in perfect drill formation. Not a single man flinched or turned back to look. Knowing they were going alone in the long grass in no man's land. The sun glinting off their bayonets. Could he tell you that? Could he tell you how the observers watched the Newfoundlanders that day walk into the storm of machine gun fire and mortar shells? How the soldiers to men tucked their chins into their forward shoulders like sailors leaning into a gale. Could he tell you that? Yes. And there was Will Mackenzie just waiting for those brave men to march back home so he could whittle them down 7 years later. The same man who fought with the famous Blue Puttees, the same as your own father. The same man who crawled through the trenches of Gallipoli, 1915, in the tropical outfit, 27 days on the firing line without taking a stitch or a wash. The same men who endured the November storm, which was the worst they've ever seen in 40 years. 200 men swept away in the flooded trenches or froze to death when the rain stopped and the killer frost set in. Oh, rubbing their feet with whale oil and then sticking them into sandbags full of hay. He'd be sitting in the mud of Suvla Plain with his bread and his jam, but the flies would be that sick. It would be black before he could get it into his mouth. The same flies that bred in the corpses of no man's land.